What's going on, babe?
Hey, babe, how was your day?
It was actually pretty productive. Happy to be home.
Good. You know, we got a game today. Honey, the little roughs around the edges.
I'm saying, I've been working all night, taking care of business, getting to the... You know what? I don't even want to talk about it. I got you. I'm not trying to be out here looking like a dusty, and that's why I'm excited to have Tate as a sponsor of today's video. They help me start and maintain my skincare routine by making the entire process uncomplicated. Honestly, it's the best skincare system for guys like you and me. I recommend you start with their level 1 system, which come with all of the basics. A daily face wash to get rid of the dirt and grime on your skin, a 2 times per week exfoliating scrub to get rid of the dead skin cells, an AM moisturizer with SPF 20 because you should always be protecting your skin from the sun, and a PM moisturizer to help your skin stay hydrated and healthy throughout the night. My favorite part about Tate is that every box comes with an instruction card that tells you when to use each product, how much to use, and in what order. In addition to amazing skin, members of Tate get tons of benefits, including at least 20% off the retail price and the ability to customize your box. And because Tate is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers an amazing deal. Just click the first link in the description. You'll get 30% off your first box plus a free gift. Click the link and get started today. We taking care of ourselves. Self-care, fellas, is the first step to be able to get to that bag, to take care of business, and be on top of things and level up in every aspect of your life. Feel the Tate, my friends. Go get that Tate pack. Go get that Tate. What's going on? It's Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. Thank you for rocking out with the Millionaire Morning Show. We are doing what we doing. Yo, I've been posting a lot of reels lately. Reels on Instagram, TikTok, even here on YouTube, right? And the sentiment I see, and you know what's so funny? It never comes from women. It never comes from women. There's a war on masculinity and winning from modern men. I think that we have our priorities all mixed up. I genuinely do. What's going on, beautiful disaster? Beautiful disaster, you are gorgeous in real life. Shout out to Beautiful Disaster. Met Beautiful Disaster about 3-4 days ago at the Patreon meetup here in well, not here, but in New York. Shout out to Beautiful Disaster. Shout out to all of my ladies. What up, Kojak? What up, everybody? What's up, everybody that's in the chat today? Listen, let's get the housekeeping out of the way. First and foremost, go ahead and get that Tate pack. 30% off your first order plus a free gift. It's uncomplicated skincare for men. In addition to that, make sure you subscribe to the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. The Patreon, we're doing some phenomenal things. Some absolutely incredible, phenomenal things. I'm posting an update today. I got the Patreon exclusive video posting tomorrow. And then I'm also giving y'all the next date that we're doing Build a Business on the live stream here in the Patreon, where I'm going about, you know, for those of you that are not familiar, going about showing them of how to build a brick and mortar business and how to be successful, right? And so we're going to break that down, and we doing that, and that's absolutely awesome. So if you're not a part of the Patreon, the link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. We running the numbers up in there, all right? In addition to that, let's deep dive a little bit, right? Because I've been posting these reels before we get to Andrew Tate again. I'm all over the place. So walk with me here, right? I was in the kitchen and I was looking at a reel of Andrew Tate because I had posted one and then I scrolled up and I seen a reel of Andrew Tate. You know how the YouTube algorithm works. Once you click on one thing, it recommends you a ton of other things that's relative to that. So my daughter walked by and she says, "Oh, Dad, you up on Andrew Tate?" Leslie walked by and said, "Yo, Dad, you up on Andrew Tate?" I'm like, "I am now." Like, she like, "Oh, he dope. Andrew Tate is dope. You go keep checking that out, Dad. He real dope. I like what he got going on." My daughter is like all that. Like, my daughter is conservative. She only want to be around masculine men. Like, she's very much, you know what I'm saying, evolving as far as how it is that she's interacting with her mother and all of that. And it's very, very refreshing. Let me say that. it's very, very refreshing as a father to see your daughter not spend her time around feminine men, not spend her time around modern men. My daughter hate being around modern men. A 14-year-old little girl hate being around modern men. It's just the truth. Real talk. And like I see this, look, Andrew Tate is an arrogant asshole who wears suits that are way too tight. A lot original. Just let me know if you want to come up on the show. I'm curious as to what your man is dressing looking like. Does he wear dad jeans? Does he wear bell bottoms? Straight leg, Wranglers, straight from Walmart? I don't know. But I'm just curious. But we're going to break this down today. Real talk. I'm very, very thankful that my daughter does not like being around men that believe that women and men are equal and that gender roles does not exist. I'm so thankful that all of the hard work is paying off. And it's dope. It's very refreshing as a father to understand or to know that your daughter is moving a specific type of way. And we just going to keep pushing her. We're going to keep grooming her. We're going to keep pushing her. We're going to keep doing that, right? But in addition to that, right? So I've been posting these reels and I've been going through the reels and stuff like that, right? And I see a couple of times every once in a while a modern man will comment in the comments and he will say something stupid like, Anton, you shouldn't say this type of stuff. You shouldn't show off your bins. You shouldn't put up clips of you talking about masculinity or getting money. You shouldn't be walking around. You shouldn't be doing this, blah, 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 right? And I'm perplexed because I think that we got it wrong as men, as masculine men, as men with a platform, as, you know, the type of guy that I am. I think that we genuinely got it wrong, and I'm going to tell you why. We've been spending all of our time, and I believe that it is necessary to hold women accountable because we have to be equal accountability partners, and we have to use people as an example as to what you should and shouldn't do on a regular basis, right? But I think that we got it wrong, right? And the way that I think that we need to attack and deal with these things is we need to be more strategic about dealing with the real problem. And the real problem are feminine men. I call them bitch boys. The real problem are feminine men, right? And feminine men are right? Because let's break this down. It's not men in general. And that's where women got it wrong. They think that, you know, all men are, you know, this and men and men and men. And in the same way that men are not a monolith is the same way that women are not a monolith, right? But it's not all men. It's feminine men. And the reason why we are doing Accountability Week, and we looked at XQC and we paid attention to Boyce Watkins yesterday and so on and so forth, it's these modern feminine men that have failed us. They have failed us. They are the reason that women are even in a position to even ask for equal for the sake of modern feminine men failing them in the first place. Why would I ever say to another man, for example, why would I ever say to another man, why are you talking about getting rich? All of us can't be rich. As a man, yo, you got to have enough pride in yourself to even want to be successful. And I don't look at another man as winning as an issue. I look at another man as winning as an opportunity to be better and motivation as to how I know that I'm better than him because I am competing. Competition, listen, jealousy is a problem. Competition is beautiful. Competition is beautiful amongst men that respect other men, but jealousy is a problem because jealousy shows how feminine you really are. Jealousy is a feminine trait. Women are naturally jealous and they want to be with a man that is with another woman. This is a fact. This is proven. Women want men that other women want. Men, on the other hand, shouldn't want women that other men have. It's a feminine trait. Real talk. A feminine trait. Why would I look at another man and be like, ugh, I hate him? On some genuine, he get into the bag type stuff. That's the person that I should be looking for to be a part of my network. Yo, I want to see what he doing, how he doing it a little bit differently so I can move that way. But time and time again, these dudes can't help it. They type hard in the chat. They get in your reels. They fucking following you. Think about that for a minute. I go to their profile occasionally and I say, hey, why is he following me if he feel a certain type of way about the fact that I'm posting all of this money that I'm getting in these cars that I'm driving and cribs that I'm buying and building and places that I'm traveling into and the first class flights that I'm taking on a regular basis? Why is he following me if he's doing that? But the real issue are modern feminine men. They are the reason that women have longed for masculinity, but continue to trample upon all of the standards and the traditionalism that we've established throughout the years because they are the ones that are empowering them. Think about it. You cannot have a group of people that grow to the size that they're growing and get as much power as they've gotten within the last 50, 60 years in such a short amount of time when men have had a stronghold on how society has moved and we built it. How can you let a group of people, whether you're talking about the alphabet community, whether you're talking about women, whatever you want to talk about, feminism, all of that type of stuff, how does a group of people grow to be as strong as they grow to be without a weak person or other people that is highlighting, championing, and celebrating this whole movement that is absolutely positively toxic in the first place? Weak, jealous men. Do you know that I consider men that let women go half on things? Now, I'm not saying that you need to be taking out every single woman. That's the problem, is that you just leading with your money, which is one of the reasons why you taking out all of these chicks in the first place. But it's an insult to me for a woman to be in my presence and to pay for something while I'm there. I take care of everything. It's a difference between being a simp and being masculine. Women don't move without me moving first in my presence. They don't even cross the fucking street until I start crossing first. You think Rita has ever paid for anything without me ringing her out and trying to understand what the heck you're doing? Oh, honey, it's your birthday. Oh, okay, you're right. They don't pay for nothing around me. Oh, but you jealous. Everybody can't have that, Anton. Somebody got to get a partner instead of getting a wife. Okay, well then live in your little box and live in a space where, and let's be clear, feminine men has existed for an extended period of time, but for some reason we continue to align ourselves with them instead of separating ourselves from them. It kind of reminds me of that argument about white people, and I'm gonna get into this whole Andrew Tate video, but it kind of reminds me about the conversation about white people, right? And for some reason, y'all think that all white people align with white people, and that's not true. All white people don't fuck with all white people. They separate themselves because you trash and you somebody that I want to rock with. And for some reason, men in general have not separated ourselves from the weak ones, and we continue to align ourselves with them just because they men. How is that possible? Why does this make sense? This guy is your enemy. It's not even the women, because I truly believe in my heart, and I believe in my pebble theory. For those of you that are not familiar, the pebble theory, research it. I believe in my heart that women, when they get around a certain type of guy, they move differently in real life. It happens every single day, B. Their nature is to submit when they get to somebody that they need to submit to. That's just natural. It's normal. Bring your girl around. Bring her to the Patreon meetup and see how I move. And then we going to see if she the same way, or if she look at you the same when you go home with her at the end of the day. I know you feeling tense. I know you feeling a certain type of way. I know you start clutching your pearls once you meet me in person and I give you that masculine handshake and then I give you that hug and I say, oh, cool, dope. And then I grab your girl. I grab her. I pull her close. I hug her. And it just tinging your heart. I know when you see me and I hug your girl, you feeling a certain type of way. Now, you shouldn't feel a certain type of way because a hug is a hug. People hug Rita all the time, but I know you feel a certain type of way because you know it's a difference between us in real life. You can't hide your insecurities when I walk up to you. You can't hide your insecurities when I walk up and I give you that handshake and then I pull your girl close and then I give her a hug. She know the difference immediately. She knows the difference immediately. There's a difference between feminine men and men that stand on their purpose. Yes. Now, when people hug Rita, I'll be like, oh, that's cute. Look at them together. They so cute. I'm not tripping. I'm not tripping even a little bit. Go ahead. Listen, shoot your shot. Do your best and let's see what happens. And when I walk up and I give your chick a hug, I want to see your eyes turn away from me. Because then that will tell me the difference of whether or not you the man you supposed to be or you feeling a certain type of way. You probably gonna cuss her out when she get in the car. I know your type. I know your type. I know you. We seen you before. Connie, am I lying? Am I lying, Connie? Now don't get mad about me. Don't get mad at me. Don't look at me funny. Look, Richie will tell you I'm insecure. I'm insecure AF. Now, the question that you have to ask yourself, Richie, because I appreciate your honesty. The question that you ask yourself, and we're going to get into this Andrew Tate video. The question that you can ask yourself is, how do I move a little bit differently? You shouldn't be in a position where you got to hide your chick away from real dudes. You should be in a position where she don't even look at you the same way that she look at them because she knows it's a hierarchy. It's just real. It's real. It's real. And it's a difference. So, you know, we going to move a little bit more comfortably. We going to move a little bit more securely. We going to get you up to snuff. But I also understand that it's the men that's the problem. It's more, we not absolving women from responsibility. This is accountability week. But it's definitely these feminine men are much more of the enemy, these modern men, than these feminist women. Real talk. All right, cool. So let's continue, ladies and gentlemen. Let's continue to have the conversation. So somebody sent me this. Y'all sent me a lot of videos. I can't even get to all of the different videos that y'all sent me. Me and Q, we gonna have a conversation about some of these videos on Q&A tonight. I want to get to Andrew Tate, this video. So I have not watched the video, but everybody tells me that this is a very interesting back and forth between Dave Portnoy, I'm guessing that his name, and Andrew Tate. Dave Portnoy and Andrew Tate. So make sure again that y'all subscribe to the channel, hit a like for the YouTube algorithm, go and check out the Patreon and link up with a group of people that's going in the direction that you're going in. And then if you need to kick it with me personally, email me at antondaniels413@gmail.com. Jordan Smith says, did you see that rapper T Grizzly? T Grizzly is from where I'm from. He's from Detroit. Makes $200,000 a month playing GTA 5 on YouTube. An easy bag. I didn't see that. I'm going to have to review that. I might drop that as a clip today. Connie said, she's so tired of feminine dudes. You can tell they were under the thumbs of their mamas and daddy wasn't around and was passive as and let the wife rule. I agree, Connie. We don't like that. Women, listen, the women are telling you, they don't want you to be feminine. They want you to be masculine. They don't want you to be feminine. Look, there should never be another man close to your woman is just a little dumb. And this is mindset on life giving us this game, huh? Listen, let me help you to understand something, bro. You shouldn't have to be preventing your chick from being around other people or other men at all. Because A, she's going to be around them anyway just because you can't be there all the time unless you're going to have her lock and key. B, if you ain't trained up your chick to move a specific type of way around men, then that's your fault. And C, you cannot get mad at the player. You got to get mad at the game. And if another man can take your chick, then she wasn't yours to begin with, and you should be thanking him for taking her off your hands because she was never yours in the first place. If another man can take your chick just because you're not there or she in his presence, she was never yours to begin with. If you can't let your chick go and she not do what she's supposed to do when you not looking or you not around or when she around another man, then you not the man you supposed to be, and you need to check yourself instead of checking that dude. Anton said it. You so worried about your chick getting close. Oh, don't you get close to him. Jesus Christ. Come on, man. If you can't let your chick out the house and she don't move the way she's supposed to, and she only move a little bit differently and she act like a chameleon when she around you, but she thinking about other men and she moving a little bit differently when you ain't there, she's not yours. It's just your turn. Come on, man. This is man law 101. If you worried about your chick, just say so. And we not going to let her out the house. We going to keep her over there so that she don't trip and fall and slip on a dick. It's as simple as that. Come on, man. She not yours. It's just your turn. Let her go. Let her go. She come back to you, you'll be all right. She going to be a better woman as a result of it. I promise you. Man law 101, bro. Man law 101. The game is the game. All right. Shout out to y'all. Anyways, let's go ahead and get straight to it. I want y'all to keep talking, guys, because you guys are giving me insight and information on what it is that I need to have a conversation with y'all about. I don't know what we talking about here. I don't know why this is so difficult for us to understand. You get it. You get it. So this is Andrew Tate and David Portnoy. And apparently he went on this show. I am going to drop the clip. I have not seen this, so we're going to be talking about it in a general sense. They said they're gonna chain her to a water heater. Shout out to dude with locks. He said facts. 100% facts, bro. Never, ever, ever be scared about your chick. First of all, you need to train her up. Secondly, you need to empower her. And then third, she should really be out there going to get the bag and securing it and doing business with other people and wives. Listen, if your chick not bringing in more income and she's not likable and personable, if she's not using what she has to bring in more business and bags and relationships and networking to you, and you got to chain her up to the fence at the crib because you worried about her slipping and falling on another dick, you got a bigger problem than that, my friend. You have a huge problem in your life, and it ain't got nothing to do with her. I'm just going to be real with you. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So apparently this is Dave Portnoy. And I want to go ahead and get into this because, again, I have not seen this video. I have not reviewed it yet. I want to go ahead and break this down, but everybody sent it to me and said, yo, you got to check this out. Y'all been sending this to me for the last couple days. Persevere Data TV says, Alexa, play Sugar Free. Y'all know who Sugar Free the rapper is? Shout out to Persevere TV. Thank you for the fireball, my friend. All right, let's get into the video, y'all. Natasha telling you, Anton not wrong. Whew.
All right, another episode of BFF. We got a guest here, Andrew Tate. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on. So we were, while you were in the waiting room, we went around the horn. So Josh is the one who's like, yep, we got to get this guy on the show. Going to be a huge, huge episode. Up top, Bree and O'Malley were like, we researched them yesterday, and everybody's a buzz. Watched all your clips, and I'm just a little bit confused. So we got people coming at it from 3 different angles. So you do a million different things. Reading the prep sheet, kickboxer, Mensa, you run OnlyFans, like managing girls, right?
I do. Yeah, you're right. I do a million different things. It's eclectic. I understand that if you look from the outside and it's the first time trying to understand how it all works. I get it. It's a bit confusing.
So then that's probably a perfect segue. If you were introducing yourself, how would you describe yourself? Like, what do you do? Who are you?
Yeah, elevator pitch.
Yes.
Elevator pitch.
Yeah.
Andrew Tate, 4-time kickboxing world champion. And I've conquered the internet. I decided to conquer it and I took it and it's all mine. So that's basically what happened.
How can you not love this guy? Listen, I'm just getting up on Andrew Tate. How can you not love this guy? He is so matter of fact. He tell you what he gonna do. He go about doing it, and there's nothing that you can do about it except submit to his will. How can you not love this guy? How can you not love a dude that move in his masculinity and is matter of fact and as confident as he is? And I would imagine that another dude that is beta would look at this and say, oh, I don't like him immediately. Oh man, he too arrogant, so on and so forth. How can you not like that introduction? I conquered the internet. I told you what I was going to do. I set out to do it, and the internet is mine now. I fucking love this guy already.
That's pretty vague.
Wow.
I in my headline on Instagram, I say I invented the internet. You're saying you conquered it.
If you invented it, I apologize because I didn't mean to take it from you. I'm sorry about that.
No, that's fine. So, like, what's your biggest platform? I just looked at TikTok. You haven't conquered there yet.
Haven't I?
How many followers you got?
I don't have an account.
It's a fake account that I'm looking at?
I don't have an account. I don't have an account.
That's what I was telling you, Dave. That's what I was telling you. You have people make the accounts for you, essentially, right?
There are thousands and thousands of new videos of me on TikTok per day, and I don't have a TikTok account.
Okay, so if you're sitting on a plane filming presumably yourself, how does that go from that phone to TikTok?
I'll put it on Twitter or I'll put it on an Instagram story, and then people will grasp it and they'll grab hold of it, and then they will digest it and edit it up and put their own spin on it, and then it will end up out there in the metaverse. Gotcha.
All right, so that makes sense. So you have the only social media then that you don't have is TikTok.
I don't have TikTok. I don't know. There's a bunch of new ones all the young kids are into. I don't know. I don't have a lot of things. I'm an Instagram guy. I have Instagram, and that's about it.
Okay.
So did you see the slight hate that he tried to throw at him before he truly understand the concept of what it is that he's doing? He said, you ain't conquered TikTok yet. and Andrew Tate said, I didn't? You sure about that? Made him eat his words immediately. Look at this guy. Classic dad. He has a Forever Summer shirt on. Classic dad. Scruffy. Right? Probably getting to a bag. I'm sure he is. He has a don't give up the ship thing in his background. He has messed up blinds. I'm not sure what it is. Is that a Facebook tablet back there? His cabinet is open. His paperwork is everywhere. Look, listen. I have not ever seen this video at all. But I can look at this whole thing and just break this down right away as to the type of dude that he is already. I can break it down. Listen, all you got to do, I don't even have to watch the video first before I understand exactly what I'm just looking at. I literally just paused it and I'm seeing the type of guy that this guy is. Is that a house phone? Is that a house phone in the background? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus Christ. What book is that? I can't tell. What book is that? The Ultimate, what is that? The Ultimate Sneaker Book? Interesting. Listen, I pay attention to a lot of the things. And look, David Portnoy like a billionaire. What does that mean to me? There's simps with money and simps without money. There's feminine men with money and feminine men without money. There's men that are beta with money and men that are beta without money. Just because you have money is not the XQC is a millionaire. Why do you guys look and say that money is the end all be all to determine whether or not you are a simp or you a beta or you a disorganized person or so on and so forth? Money simply magnifies who you already are. It does not make you alpha. It does not make you a better person. I don't know why y'all can't get that through y'all thick skulls. It does not make you a great person. Let's continue with the video. Jesus Christ.
So, Emery Andrew Tate the third, Cobra Tate.
That's it. At Cobra Tate. Correct.
Okay. So you haven't conquered it totally if we're at 2 million followers on Instagram.
You're right. My elevator pitch was a bit weak. I apologize.
No.
I could do better. You want me to do it again?
No, I was just curious. There's so many different things. I'm trying to figure out or maybe they're all equal. What exactly? Josh, we've been doing this, a year and a half, 2 years, this podcast?
I would say it's coming up on 2 years now.
So I think on one hand, probably less, we can count guests where Josh is like, we got to get this person. You're on that short list.
Yeah.
So then, Josh, why don't you give his elevator pitch on why we needed him on?
Yeah, why'd you want him on so bad?
I mean, because he says
he
things like he's like, I
recognizes a G
fucking
when he
conquered
see
the
one.
internet, and I think that he really does have a grasp on TikTok and on a lot of these like young people coming up wanting to be hustlers and wanting to be entrepreneurs. Like Andrew, you have the most cult following I've seen been made so quickly. Like I haven't seen something like that done on TikTok ever before.
That's true. I certainly have a cult following.
So when did you start the internet?
I've actually been around for a while, but I put together a particular strategy about 6 months ago because I decided to step up my overall exposure because of a new product I launched. I run an online school that teaches people how to make money online. And I changed my approach towards social media, and I ended up absolutely everywhere. And now people complain that they see me more than they see their own father, and they can't get rid of me.
So is that it? Is what you just said, is that the pitch, the school, which I believe Hustler University, is that what we're talking about?
Correct. That is one of the things I run. Yes, I own a school.
I like that
school
name.
that teaches how to make money online.
All right. So then, and you can stop me anytime if you're like, nope, you've gone off the course. The concept is portray a lavish, rich, great lifestyle and then get people to pay to get that same lifestyle.
You see the hate? Do you see the hate? Tell me if y'all can see the hate immediately. I always can spot a weak man immediately. I can spot him, got him. I can spot a weak man immediately. He said, is the concept to portray this awesome lifestyle. I have no clue on how Andrew Tate is going to respond. I'm not even sure if Andrew Tate caught the hate. Do you see the hate? The hate is real, ladies and gentlemen. So was the concept to portray a rich, lavish lifestyle so then you can sell it to other people? What? The hate is real. The hate is real. Y'all gotta listen intently to what people are saying because they will communicate to you how they really feel about you, even if they don't know you, right? Because he clearly said that he didn't know him, so he just started watching a bunch of clips. But the hate already begins, and I can see why you guys started sending me this clip. Let's go ahead. Let's see what he says again.
Great lifestyle, and then the concept is, and you can stop me anytime if you're like, nope, you've gone off the course. The concept is portray a lavish, rich.
The concept is portray. No, this is my real fucking lifestyle. These are my cars. This is my lifestyle. This is how I fly. This is how I move. I'm rich in real life. What do you mean portray? Haters. I hate these feminine older men. Get on my nerves, bro. And now it's affecting the younger men even worse. And they're going to be 10 times the hater that the older ones were because at least the older ones know how to mask their passive aggressive.
Great lifestyle and then get people to pay to get that same lifestyle?
No,
oh, sorry.
Because that makes it.
Wait a minute. Let me refresh this. 27. What was it at? 20 something? 27.
He says things like he's like, I fucking conquered the internet, and I think that he like.
True. I do have
and I think that he like he.
Hold on. Let me fix this. I need to see what's going on. Maybe I got too many windows open. I hate these haters. I hate these passive aggressive dudes. It aggravates me. I don't like the fact that they moving like snakes. And we supposed to act like we don't know what it is. No, we know what it is, little homie. We know what it is. Let's go back.
Yeah, why'd you want him on so bad?
I mean, because he says things like he's like.
I put together a particular strategy about 6 months launch. That is one of the things.
And you can lavish. Oh, you've gone off the course. The concept is portray a lavish, rich, great lifestyle and then get people to pay to get that same lifestyle?
No, because that makes it sound like I am in some way faking my lifestyle and the videos I portray are absolutely not really real completely. They existed
Talk to
before
'em.
the school existed. I don't amp anything up. Nothing is rented. Nothing is a lie. Nothing is a joke. I'm an ultra high net worth individual, and all of that existed pre-school, pre to the school. The school is just after effect to it all. It doesn't exist for the school. I'm certainly not renting cars to try and convince people to sign up to my programs.
Look at him. Look. Andrew Tate answered it exactly how he caught the shade. He caught the shade immediately. And look at this beta. Oh. Listen, just because your wife consider you a millionaire and your wife still make you drive a fucking minivan even though your kids is grown does not mean that the rest of us is living the way that we live. Just because you want a happy wife, happy life does not mean the rest of us is moving the way that we move. Some of us actually have control over how we move, and we really do live this life. Andrew Tate caught the dude immediately, and if I'm Andrew Tate, I'm automatically catching red flags because I'm going to tell you what I think is going to happen next, right? I believe and I predict that he's going to try to catch him up by asking him a series of questions that try to question the legitimacy of whether or not he really getting money or not. Whether or not he really rich or not, whether or not he really is the man that he says that he is, or he's going to try to expose Andrew Tate through a series of passive aggressive questions that makes it seem like he's curious about his life instead of actually being really inquisitive about who Andrew Tate is. This is what I predict is going to happen because men like this exist all the time. And they mad because their wife actually probably watches Andrew Tate on TikTok in the background. Instead of him becoming the man that he would want his wife to become, because I'm going to explain it to you again. A simp and a beta is still a simp and a beta with money or without money. XQC proved that to you a couple days ago. I'm sure Boyce Watkins is doing okay. That $100,000 challenge is still there. But you can tell, look at him. He's so confused. Let's continue.
No, but I guess what I'm saying is...
This dude said no.
I may have...
Hold on, wait. Did he say no?
No, but I...
It was just after
Did he say
effect
no?
to it all. It doesn't exist for the school. I'm certainly not renting cars to try and convince people to sign up to my programs.
No, but I guess what I'm saying is, and I may have connected dots that in your book shouldn't be connected. It sounded like the reason you started showing your lifestyle, real, is so people would sign up for the school.
Passive aggressive.
You're showing them what they want to learn how to do. No?
Yeah, to a degree. I was always showing my lifestyle. I was always doing it, but I changed the way in which I do it. That's the main reason why I have a lot of people who have known me for a very long time. I've been on the internet for a very long time, but now the way that the videos are getting out there and being spread by students of the school themselves, that's why I've got much deeper penetration on social media. That's why people are like, where did this guy come from out of nowhere? But I've been around for a while.
Okay, I got it.
No, you don't. You a hater.
And 6 months ago is when you started. You've been on the internet.
He want to say, look. He want to hate. He want to portray. He was about to say 6 months ago is when you started portraying again. He already got it made up in his mind. Look, watch, listen.
You started. You've been on the internet, but have you been as flashy on the internet?
I've been flashy, bro. I've just been
the whole time. All right.
Yeah, the whole time. Like I've always been the same guy.
Stay
Like
cool, Andrew Tate.
I think that in the world we live in today, you need to establish credibility, and whether people like it or not, wealth is a way to establish credibility. Like there's a lot of people who dislike me, and that's fine, but it's hard to deny that I am fiscally successful, at least, and that gives you a degree of credibility, which gives you some presence when you speak. It's hard to ignore a guy who you know has hundreds of millions of dollars.
Look at the women.
With that, what would you say to be financially, like I asked
reading super chats shortly, ladies and gentlemen.
I asked Damon John that question. What do you need in the bank to say it's fuck you money?
You need a lot more than money to say fuck you money. That's the whole thing about it, right? Because fuck you money in and of itself isn't a real concept. The whole idea of fuck you money doesn't work if you're still being paid by the Matrix, if you're still stuck inside of a contract and your words are controlled. There's a lot of people with a lot of money who can't say what they think. A lot of people with a lot of money who still have to take the injection they're told to take. A lot of people with a lot of money who can't stand up and say, no, that's wrong, I don't agree with this, because they're going to lose contracts, sponsorships, etc. So to say fuck you money, I mean, you have to have enough money to not ever work again, depending on how you earn money. Because I'm completely and utterly self-sufficient, I can't be canceled.
That's a very good point. I'm not sure that I'm even remotely close to FU money. Let's just be real. That is absolutely correct. One of the things that he exposed about XQC is he said, XQC, listen, the reason why you're moving the way that you're moving is not just because you're feminine and you're a beta male. It's because you don't want to be canceled, because if Twitch goes away, you go away. Now, I'm not in the same position because YouTube money don't mean nothing. Let's be real. YouTube is a vehicle that long term, hopefully it turns into something that's astronomical, but more importantly, YouTube is a funnel so I can continue to promote myself and become a bigger version of myself. But also, let's just say, for example, YouTube went away, but I still got that bag from corporate America and I still got my businesses, right? I'm still subjecting myself to the idea of what happens, which is one of the reasons why we were having conversations probably 6-7 months ago about the whole idea of how long I'd have to stay at this corporate position to get the bags that I get, or the fact that I'm trying not to be as visible as I am becoming within the sphere that I'm becoming, simply because I don't want it to affect what I'm doing from a corporate America perspective. Then that means that I possibly don't have FU money. You can be rich, you can have money, but you're largely dependent on other entities in order to ensure that you are successful. That's just facts. Now, when you get to the point to where I'm assuming, because I don't know everything there is to know about Andrew Tate, when you get to the point to where you have FU money, as he's describing it, apparently that's being in a position to where you don't give a F about what anything happens to you because you are in a position to where you can't be canceled. I'm not there yet. Oh, I'm working on it. I've largely silenced myself for an extended period of time, even before I created After Hours, and then it turned into the Millionaire Morning Show, right? Because I wanted to get rid of certain businesses. I wanted to get out of corporate America, all of this type of stuff, so that I then could start having conversations, which is one of the reasons why I retired in 2019. It's how I wanted to have the conversation and say whatever the fuck I wanted to say when I say it. Now, do I say it? Yeah, because I have enough resources to not have to worry about whatever it is that happens to me to sustain me for the rest of my life. But I still have things that I want to conquer, and I still have resources that I need to acquire in order to buy the Pistons. So in order to me be able to do that, I got to subject myself to what happens within the matrix. That's a perfect breakdown. It's a perfect breakdown. I'm not letting anything mess up my bag. We bag chasers.
So I think my fuck you money number is actually going to be lower than others because my money will never stop. But I don't know. I mean, it's difficult.
That made no sense.
You don't think so?
Because by definition, fuck you money would be you can say whatever you want, and if you get fired or you have contracts, it doesn't matter because you're sitting on a pile of like.
Well, then it's a very difficult question to answer because it depends on your lifestyle, depends how you like to spend money, blah blah blah. I think
so
once
what's your number?
Once you have 50M, then there's nothing else to buy. I mean, what are you gonna buy? Like 50M is plenty of money. Yeah. You could buy a stupid boat if you really wanted one, but you could also charter one. I mean, besides that, there's literally nothing to buy with that kind of money.
Yeah, that's true.
I think once you're above 20M, life's around the same, personally. I think that once you get above 20M, you're just doing it for sport. So I think that's around fuck you money. But if I only had 20 million, I'd still be concerned about having an income of some sorts. And if my income was dependent on me agreeing with certain paradigms that the social system, the matrix tries to propagate, then it would be different, right? So it depends. It all depends on the individual. That's why I would say fuck you money. It's around 20.
Okay, that's fair. So
good number.
The things you're doing now.
So he defeats him on multiple points already. Oh, that's fair. Okay, cool. Let's continue.
You've said, what do you put out? What is you said hundreds of millions of dollars you're worth.
Bro, I'm a humble man. You didn't know
never said your net worth.
They didn't put this on the sheet.
What?
They didn't put this on the sheet. I'm super humble.
No, that wasn't on there. It wasn't.
I'm as humble as they come. I'm just a poor guy out here in Romania, just with a whole bunch of cars. But no,
what's your net worth?
Net worth is very difficult to quantify. I don't believe in what net worth quantification. I think it's all bullshit. How do you quantify net worth? Companies you can have a company with an 8 times multiplier by one valuation. Another
liquid. If you had to go liquid tomorrow.
If I had to sell everything I own,
if you had to just accumulate as much money as you could tomorrow,
24 hours.
Yeah.
In 24 hours, if I had to get hold of as much cash as possible, so I wouldn't be able to sell into my companies that quickly. I wouldn't be able to sell any property that quickly.
I'll give you a year. I'll even give you a year to say you can sell your companies. But it's like you're getting ready to cash. It's just, all right, we're playing a game in life, and you're going to come up with some oxymoron. But whoever has the most physical liquid money wins.
Yeah.
I guess the question that I'm asking myself before I start to deep dive and break down this, and before I even hear his answer, the question that I have to ask myself is, if a dude is rich and a dude got money, why are you so, because y'all have to read between the lines what's happening right here, right? Why is David Portnoy so obsessed with trying to expose Andrew Tate so early in the beginning of the conversation? And why is he so obsessed with trying to find out how much this man is worth and how much money he has? Think about it. Read between the lines. He spent the first 5 to 10 minutes of the conversation trying to say that Andrew Tate is portraying a lifestyle. And now he's trying to passive aggressively dispute what he's truly worth. Why is this man so obsessed with trying to force him into this corner by saying exactly how much money he got or how rich he is? And I'm going to tell you why. Because he's trying to remove the credibility from Andrew Tate as far as what it is that he's portraying, what it is that he's selling, his Hustlers University, and all of the cachet that comes around. I believe this type of man has already done his research. He already knows about him. He tried to act like, oh man, this is just new to me. But I believe that this man is very, very, very much intimately connected with Andrew Tate's message as far as his masculinity, talking to men, how women should operate, so on and so forth. And I believe that as we continue to go through this, you're going to see it play out. Why is he so obsessed with it?
You have 1 year to accumulate it. How much?
Oh my God.
Be worth?
I think it's difficult. It is difficult because I think my companies are very, very hard to evaluate. The reason I'm giving this answer is not a very.
What's up, boys and girls? Welcome to the BFFs YouTube channel. Make sure you guys tap the bell, subscribe.
I'll even give you a year to.
I have no clue. All right, so let me do this. Let's pull up a different browser because for whatever reason this browser is acting like a POS. Let's see if we can do it that way. Let's see if we're going to play it a little bit differently. What was it at? 30 what? All right, let's go back into it.
I'm just a poor guy out here in Romania, just with a whole bunch of cars. But you can have a company.
You have to go liquid tomorrow. Just accumulate as much money as you could tomorrow.
24 hours.
Yeah.
In 24 hours, if I had to get help.
It's like you're getting ready to cash. It's just, all right, we're playing a game in life, and you're going to come up with some oxymoron. But whoever has the most physical liquid money wins.
Yeah.
You have 1 year to accumulate it. How much do you think you'd be worth?
I think it's difficult. It is difficult because I think my companies are very, very hard to evaluate. The reason I'm giving you this answer, and not a very short one, is because I think that my companies rely so heavily on my brand that they're very, very difficult to sell. But if I have a company that makes $5 million a month, every single month, pure profit, completely online, then that's a valuable company, right? What's that a year? What's 5 times 12? And then you can put an 8 times multiplier on that easily. So that's a $400 million company. But will anyone buy it if I'm not associated to the company? I don't know. It's very difficult. But 300, 350, easily.
Whew.
So
that's fuck you money.
I mean, it's enough, but having fuck.
Hey, his own homie. Hey, look at the young boy. Look at the young boy. Watch this.
Very difficult, but 300, 350, easily. Look.
So
that's fuck you money.
Dave probably feeling a certain type of way because the young bull was like, yeah, that's F you money. Dave is feeling a certain type of way because he's losing his own people. Listen. Let's say worst case scenario, that a dude says he's worth 350 million. Let's say that he's lying through his teeth, which I believe him, right? Let's say he's only worth a third of that. Let's say he's only worth a sixth of that. Let's say he's only worth 50 million. What the fuck can you say to a man that's got 50 million or worth 50 million net worth? What can you say to a man that's worth 100 million? What could you say to a man that's worth $250 million, living life on his own terms, is a 4-time kickboxing champion, and moves in masculinity, and then occasionally gets a massage while he's getting interviewed on a live stream and is taking over the internet? What can you say to a man like that? Why not just align with him and say, you know what, I mess with you, homie. Listen, let's find out how it is that we can pour into other people. How can we connect? How can I make you a part of my network? Why wouldn't you make that person a part of your network instead of making that person your enemy? If somebody tells me that they're worth 350 M's, even if they're worth 20 M's, I'm curious and I want to participate and I want to understand exactly what's going on so that I can learn something a little bit differently. Why would you even remotely have any kind of smoke for this type of person? But let's continue.
I mean, it's enough, but having fuck you money is not enough. I have a fuck you. You have to have a fuck you life. You can't just have fuck you money. I'm sitting out here in Romania inside of a house with 20 armed guards outside with a tower and AR-15s, and I've got 10 passports and 55 bank accounts, and that's what you need to have fuck you money. You can't just sit in America with one.
That sounds bad.
That sounds like you're like on the run.
Yeah.
No,
that
but it's
sounds
not
like
being
you're
on
in
the
the
run.
terminal.
It's not about being on the run. To sit in America and have $20 million with one passport, sitting in America thinking you have fuck you money. No, you don't. You say the wrong thing, you piss the government off. They're going to come in your house. They're going to fucking take the house you own. They're going to lock you up. You ain't got fuck you money for nothing. This whole thing's the whole paradigm's a lie. The government's the biggest mafia in the world. If you can't tell them to fuck off, you can't tell anyone to fuck off. So the whole idea of fuck you money, it's all skewed anyway. Like you have to be above the law in many different ways to truly have fuck you money. And you're not going to do that under one jurisdiction.
Do you think that you're able to be above the law where you live?
It's not about being above the law. It's about being above the law. But the easiest way to become above the law is to be under lots of different jurisdictions. If you have 10 different passports, it's much harder to constrain you. During COVID, Americans, English people, whatever, were all stuck in their houses because they couldn't fly because of X rule. Well, if you have 10 passports, well, then you're not American on that day. I'd turn up to countries and they say you're not allowed because you're English. They'll say, okay, well, then I'm Estonian. Estonians are allowed. Okay, I'm Romanian. Romanians are allowed in. Same guy, different passport. You have to have multiple passports. You have to be on multiple grids. The idea of living off grid is complete fallacy. You can't do that. You have to be on as many grids as possible. This is what you talk about fuck you money. The people with fuck you money don't even own anything. They own a share of an entity which owns things they can borrow. They have unlimited citizenships and passports. They have money out in the metaverse, in the sky, hidden all around the world. Fuck you money isn't about having money in your bank account in your name. If you still do that, you can't say fuck you to anybody.
Now, I wonder how much they're going to comprehend this, because there's a difference between people that have a need to be right and the people that truly understand the context behind what he's saying. It's similar to what I just said, right? We don't even care about cash or money per se, but we care about our ability to be able to have options and move around how we want to move around. The concept is very simple of what he's explaining, but he's going into a deep dive to help them to understand that, this is what I mean. This is how you should look at it. This is why I'm saying what I'm saying. Now, I have this sneaking suspicion that Dave Portnoy is going to go into this thing disingenuous, acting like he don't understand exactly what's going on, even though he understands. Listen, I'm a C student and I understand. I just broke it down from a C student's perspective. You're telling me that Dave Portnoy is not going to understand this? Let's find out. I'm curious.
I would disagree on some.
You fucking beta male dad, feminine. Oh my. I would disagree with you right there, buddy. Look, can't even fully disagree with confidence because you're being disingenuous. Hater was a hater, did his research, was a hater before he ever jumped on the stream. I'm telling you, I can spot him. I can spot them immediately. I can spot the betas. I can spot the haters. I can spot the people that move a specific type of way that is not trying to actually connect and understand what you're saying. They only want to disprove you because they don't like you from the get-go. And he probably never wanted to do the interview in the first place, but he knew he had to because it was actually somebody that was going to create internet gold. I knew. Listen, there's not one thing since this interview started that Andrew Tate has agreed on. He came at him with this passive aggressive attitude. I want to see how this continues to play out. Let's rewind that reaction really quickly.
I'd say fuck you to anybody.
I would disagree on some of that. I think there could be another side that would argue the fuck you money is they have so much, but they don't have 20 armed guards, and they can do everything you just said because they're viewed not as a threat to the government, or they don't need the passports because they can track. Like I'm guessing there's plenty of celebrities who are viewed as friendlies and don't have the setup that you have
because they are subjecting themselves to the matrix.
COVID, not COVID, whatever, which to me would be above the fuck you that you just described because you can do everything without switching it.
Because, and I am a fan of you, Dave, and I like the things you say, by the way, but just you to understand.
You see what Andrew Tate did? He just disarmed him. He tried to disarm him by giving him a compliment. That's how you disarm your enemies, is that you give them a compliment, you throw them an alley-oop, you help them score a little bit, and then you try to disarm them. But I don't think that Dave is a type that disarms, that he's going to disarm. Because when you get a beta male dad, this is the dude that obsesses over you with his wife in the bed and say, I don't like that guy. I hate that guy. I don't think that this is the type of guy that you can truly disarm. I really don't. Right? But let's continue. Because these listen, Kyrie Irving, for example, is being literally, we've seen Doc Rivers, we've seen Mark Jackson of the NBA be blackballed as a result of how it was that he was moving in a locker room. And then Steve Kerr came in, did what everybody said that he was supposed to do. And then he wound up getting all of the accolades from Steph Curry, even though Mark Jackson was the one and the coach of the Golden State Warriors that actually developed Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson. We see Kyrie Irving refusing to get the jab, and they trying to get rid of him right fucking now. They will not extend a contract extension. None of that. Regardless of how talented he is, you are absolutely positively under the thumb of somebody else, and you cannot move the way you want to move. So how is this something that you would disagree with? But let's continue.
And that the paradigms that we view the world in are completely and utterly different, because you still believe in the idea of a law-abiding citizen. You believe that if you're a law-abiding citizen, the government's never going to come for you and they're never going to hurt you because you stick to the rules. And if you have not learned anything in the last 3 years of COVID, that the rules can be turned and used against you at any moment to lock you in your fucking house without reason.
Facts.
Where they can come along and become a communist country at the drop of a hat and literally restrict your very movement. And you to sit there and say that I trust these people absolutely and completely with my freedom and control over my life is asinine. Because
by the way, I don't believe what you just. I don't. A lot of respects trust the government, all that stuff. Nobody has. I feel like so I don't agree with what you're saying, but I do feel like there's people not.
He said, listen, he literally just agreed with him. And by instinct, listen to these betas. He said, I don't agree with what you're saying, but everything he just said, he agreed with what he was saying. This is somebody that genuinely, subconsciously is looking to disagree even when they agree with you. They can literally say the same thing that you just said that agrees with you and say, but I don't agree with you. Did you hear what he just said? Pay attention. Pay attention. Let me read some of these super chats because I rock with y'all. Moses Props says, got to get him on the show with you guys. Would love to see how that goes. Oh, you know that's going to be a shit show. Shout out to the Lapeef Network. Seymour Pimpish, shout out to you for the 2-ball. Mindset on Life says, if a person ever talked to another man's wife or even touch her, it says more about the guy. Weak men need to hug or talk to another man's woman. All right, let me reread it. It sounds like a run-on sentence. If a person ever talked to another man's wife or even touch her says more about the, okay, I'm guessing that meant to say it, okay? It says more about the guy, no period. Weak men need to hug or talk to another man's woman. I understand it's a show for entertainment, but it's weak. All right, cool. Don't worry about it. It's an easy way to solve this. Because you feel a certain type of way. You know me, Anton has no problem whatsoever. This is just for Mindset on Life. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about it. Nobody else join Mindset on Life. This is purely for you. There you go. That's for you. Explain it to me. Help me to, I'm a C student. There's some missing periods. I appreciate the $10 super chat. It's some typos, but I get it because you was probably typing fast. You might be typing on your phone, right? Come up here and explain it to me how weak men that need to hug or talk to another man's woman. I'm curious as to how you can help me to understand this. I'm sure that you look good on camera. I'm sure you already got good lighting. Come on and cam up. Let's have a conversation. Explain it to me. Help me to understand it. I'm going to leave that for you. We going to get back to this video. I appreciate you for the 10 ball. I'm open to the possibility that I'm off. Maybe you can give me some insight and understanding on how men are supposed to move around women more effectively. I'm ready for that. Shout out to Lil Black Duck says, so high profile mother effers ain't got security. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. They walk around with security every single day. Every single day they walk around with security. So come on, Mindset on Life. I'm curious as to how you're going to explain this to me, but I'm open to the possibility that I'm wrong, and I know that you can teach me something. So cool. All right, let's get to it. Let me get back to the video.
Me in position of power who have manipulated the government for their benefit. And
oh shit. All right, hold on. 3724. Let's go to 3720.
So I don't agree with what you're saying, but I do feel like there's people, not me, in position of power who have manipulated the government for their benefit. And
Jesus Christ. See what you did, Mindset on Life? Let me go ahead and get this together. Let me go ahead. We waiting on Mindset on Life to go ahead and cam up and have a conversation, so he can teach us how we need to be moving. Oh, there we go. Cool. All right, bet. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Before we get back to the Andrew Tate video, Mindset on Life is going to help us to understand how I need to move a little bit differently, and he's going to explain this to us. All right, here we go. What's going on, my friend? I can't hear you. Can't hear you, bro. I'm waiting.
Am I on? I'm on.
There we go. There we go. What's going on, my friend?
What's going on?
All right, so go ahead and give me some insight on how it is that. Well, first, let's back up a little bit, right? So you said that you would never let your chick around men like that.
Well, I don't need to bring any woman that I'm dating or being with to any kind of event. Period.
Why
There's
not?
No need for me to do that.
You don't do that. You don't believe. So so let me get some understanding. How do you deal with women? Are you in a relationship? What is that going?
Yeah.
So you in a relationship, but you don't bring your chick around to events?
No, not business events. No.
Why not?
There's no need to. What she need to be there for?
Why does every event have to be a business event? Why can't it be a networking opportunity? Why can't you just be taking her out to events in general? Everything is a business event. Everything is a business opportunity. You never know who you meet. A lot of times your woman is the one that disarms a lot of people that then bring in insight and information, as well as connecting with other people, including other guys' wives, so that they then can be the ones that you do business with.
I don't need to do that. I don't need to disarm anybody.
So you only bring your wife with you when y'all go out?
Yes. Period.
And then she stays in the house the rest of the time?
Yeah. Do what she got to do. There's no need for her to even be around anybody. If anybody even gets that remotely close to somebody in the first place, that says a lot about the guy.
Interesting. Wait. Because what you said in the chat was because you backtracked on that, right? You said I was just playing.
No, I did not say I was just playing.
You didn't say you was just playing.
No, I did not say that. I don't know who said that.
Okay, give me a second. I might have the wrong person.
Yeah.
We'll revisit that. So you're saying that you believe your chicks should just stay in the crib and only be around you?
Yes. There's no reason for her to be around anybody or talking to anybody or anything else. It don't make any sense.
You said there's no reason for your girl to be around nobody else or talk to anybody else?
If I'm going to a business event.
No. Back up. Forget the business event. We're going to come back to that. You said there's no reason for your chick to be around anybody else.
Okay, we can try to snippet that, or we can actually.
No, I'm asking. That's what you said.
Right, and I can also say something that you said and point it out of context. But
I'm not pointing it out of context. I'm asking you a question for context.
Right. So let me give you the context.
Okay, go ahead.
What I'm saying is that if I'm going to a business event, there is no reason for my woman to go there. I'm going there with an objective to meet people and to network with people. There's no reason for her to be there and disarm anybody. I'm already going there with an objective. I don't need to do that. It depends on your business model, obviously, right? So if you have a business model where you need to do that, I understand. I don't do that, but I understand that some people do. I get it. I understand. I understand the business model and everything. But what I'm saying is that there are some things that are just weak behavior, and that's one of those things. If another guy needs to talk to another man, woman, that's weak. I don't even acknowledge another person's. And if they're with somebody, they're with their woman, I say, how you doing? And that's it. I don't even get close to them. There's no reason for me to talk to her or even look at her. There's no reason for that. It's disrespectful.
So do you talk to other women at the business event, or you only talk to men?
If there's women there, yes, I need to talk to them. I'll talk to them because it's for a business.
So are those?
Do
you check to see if those women are in a relationship before you talk to her? Because you don't believe in talking to another man's woman.
I believe I don't do that, especially while another guy is plagueis. If you and me met.
Don't please hold on. Slow down. Okay. You're stuttering, bro. Just
take your time.
Take your time.
If you and me met and you're with your wife, I would say, how you doing? I'm not gonna. That's it. How you doing? And I focus my attention on what I'm trying to do. There's no need for me to. There's no need for me to engage any kind of hug or relationship or anything like that. Now, if there's a longer term relationship there and there's like more of a sibling kind of thing, like, hey, we've been friends for a very long time. Hey, how you doing? But they don't know, not even a real hug. I don't need to do that. I don't do that.
But you said there's no reason for a woman or for a man to talk to another man's woman.
Right. That's weak. You can go get.
So are you saying that only exists when they're together, or are you saying that exists in general?
So I'm saying that when you're together, that is definitely something that should happen. If the person's there and there's not really a reason for a hug. There's no real reason for a hug.
So are you saying that should only happen when they're together, or are you saying that should happen in general?
I think that shouldn't happen in general. I don't do that in general. I don't do that.
So do you check with these women when you go to these events, when you are interacting with these women, as to whether or not they're in a relationship?
What I'm doing is I'm handling a business objective. I'm going there with a business objective, and then I get what I need to go, and then I do my business and go. That's it. I don't need to do anything else.
You are not answering the question. Usually what happens with people is that they answer the question and then they give the context, right? So again, are you checking with the women to find out if they are in a relationship before you interact with them in general? Because you specifically just said, and I asked you a question. I asked you to specify, should that only happen when they're with them, or should it happen in general? You said it should happen in general, across the board. So now I'm asking you a question specifically saying, okay, so do you then check, if it happens in general across the board, do you then check and find out if they're in a relationship before you interact with them?
I don't need to, because I don't interact with them in that way.
So you don't interact with women at business events?
In that way. I do
in what way?
In that way. I don't need to touch them or hug them.
So you don't shake hands, you don't hug, you don't do nothing.
Well, I don't hug them. That's for sure. I don't need to touch them the way you were saying earlier. Yeah, I don't need to do that.
So it's the way that I was saying earlier. So you don't give hugs at all.
It depends.
Like I said, so now it depends. Okay, so when do you give hugs? Because it sounds like, honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. It sounds like you're making it up as you go. Because now it depends. Okay, what does it depend on now then?
Okay, so let's say, for example, like that is something that you would do. I'm trying to figure out the right.
No, you can't figure out. Listen, I do what I do. I said what I do. I hug everybody. I love everybody. I hug everybody. Men, women. I shake hands. I kiss babies. I give long, affectionate, embracing hugs. Right,
and that works for you.
Cool. So now that we established who I am, now you said it depends. So what does it depend on?
So there's certain things you should not do in respect for the other man. So if you, for example, if you're walking and you're holding the door open for another person's woman, you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be trying to hug another woman. You shouldn't be trying to hug.
What? Wait. You said you shouldn't hold the door open for another man's woman?
No, you shouldn't do that, especially while he's there. No, of course not. No.
Where did you get this from? Did your father teach you this?
This is just life lessons. These are life lessons.
From where?
There's a subtle exchange of respect that you should have for other men, and crossing that line is disrespectful.
So don't open the door for another man's wife.
I wouldn't. No, absolutely not.
Okay, no. You said what, Rita? Yeah, basically. All right, so let's deep dive into this, right? Let's back up a little bit. So you said that it depends on whether or not you give a hug or you touch a woman. And I'm asking you, when is it okay, since it depends, and when is it not okay?
Okay, just like everything is circumstantial. So what you do in that circumstance is like for example, if you're having dinner with another couple, there are certain things that you do not do at the dinner table.
No. You at a business event. It's just you there. You interacting with women. When is it okay to hug a woman, or to give her a handshake, or touch another woman, as you illustrate that you don't?
Okay, handshake is okay.
You said you don't touch at all.
I do my best. I don't need to. That's what I'm saying.
So you do your best now. Okay.
So it all like I said, it depends on the circumstances. But especially while the other person is there, that's not something you do. It's just not respectful. You don't do that to another person. And it says a lot about the person that is going to even attempt to do something like that in the first place in front of another person.
So what does it say about me? Am I weak?
That is weak behavior. I'm not saying you're weak, but that's a weak.
You said it says a lot about the person. So okay, tell me what it says about me.
So if the person, and it depends on the hug. And it definitely depends on the
hug.
No,
it doesn't depend on the hug. You just said don't hug at all. But you said a person that even attempts to do it. Listen, just tell me to my face. What do you think about it? What does it say about me?
So if another person did that, then that's automatically a person you should not trust.
So I'm not trustworthy now.
If a person does not understand that, no, they're
Hold on. Slow down.
They are
hold on, wait. Don't look in the sky. Look at the screen.
I'm looking right at my camera.
No, you did like this. You did like this. Listen. I'm just saying, slow down, because you're tripping over your words. What does that say about me, Anton? I describe to you a specific situation in which I move. What does that say about me?
It says that you do not know how to conduct yourself in that situation.
You said, is that it? You said it tells you a lot about a person. What is all of this stuff that it's telling you?
Yeah, it says that.
So it's not saying that I'm weak, because you said it weak. It shows weak behavior in the chat. But now that we having a conversation, you saying it just says that I don't know how to conduct myself.
Yeah, a person that doesn't know how to conduct herself is weak behavior. That's weak behavior.
So a person that doesn't know how to conduct themselves, it's weak behavior.
Yes.
Is that your summary?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So when is it, again, appropriate for you to touch another woman? Because you said it depends on the circumstance.
So so it depends on what we're talking about. Were you talking about at any business event? Are we talking about at any business event? Or are we talking about in general?
When in any situation, give me all of the scenarios in which it's okay to touch another woman.
Okay, I'm not going to do that. But what I am going to do is I'm going to talk about at a business event. You're
not going to do what?
I'm not going to go into all the different circumstances.
Is it a lot of them?
Yes.
Okay. So it is a lot of times that it's okay to touch another woman.
It depends. Like I said, it all depends.
Everything give me the scenarios that it depend.
I'm not going to do all of them, but at a business event, like I said, you shake the person's hand. That's what you need to do.
So you would touch him and you would shake the woman's hand.
I would shake a person's hand if it's necessary. Yes. If I don't need
Why
to,
is it a person? We're talking about women. We're not talking about men. You would shake a woman's hand, right?
I understand it's a show, but yeah.
It's not a show. I just want you to listen. I just want you to say what it is. I don't want to mince words. I don't want things to be misconstrued. I want to be direct about the conversation. We're talking specifically about women. Is it okay for you to shake a woman's hand? Because you said it differently before. You said you wouldn't do that earlier in the conversation. Now you saying that you would shake another woman's hand at a business event. Before you said you wouldn't touch them at all. You wouldn't hug them. You wouldn't shake their hand. None of that. Now you saying that you would.
Anytime, you're a funny guy, man.
No, you said it. Listen, stand on what you said. Listen, stand on what you said. I said in the very beginning. I said in the very beginning that I believe that you were making it up as you went along. I don't really, and I'm gonna tell you the honesty. Let me tell you the difference between you and I. When I asked you what you think about me, my expectation was for you to be direct with me and say exactly what you think about me. Right?
I did.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
I said you had weak behavior.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Because you said something completely different in the chat than you saying it to saying right here.
You read it differently.
Now let me tell you what I think about you. I think you're making it up as you go along. I think that I'm gonna leave that part out until we get a little bit deeper into the conversation. I think you're making it up as you go along. I don't think that you truly even have a standard. I think that you are just probably scared for your chick to be around another dude because you truly know what's going to happen.
No.
This is what I think. I'm not saying that it's true. I said, this is my conclusion. Okay. So now that we understand this, right? And I think that you're scared to say what you really think for whatever reason. Now that we have that out of the way. So what happens if she does that? I don't know if you want to say if you're married or not.
She does what?
Well, let me ask a question. Are you married or not married? And you don't have to say you are or not.
Yeah, let's just move on from that. But you can ask the question. Yes.
Okay, but you in a relationship.
Let's just ask the question. Go ahead and ask the question.
No, because I need to understand because the context of the question changes depending on your circumstance. You don't have to say if you're married, but you got a girl though, right?
So if I was to say the same thing to you that you just said to me, right? As far as putting context on the word, I could focus on what you just said, or I can answer the question like you're asking me right now.
No, because it matters. The circumstance. Okay, we'll play it your way.
What I'm saying?
We'll play it your way. We'll play it your way. Cool, fair enough. So
all if I'm you're in a, is this.
I said we're gonna play it your way.
Okay, all I'm saying is that there's.
Let me ask my question. Let me ask my question first, and then you can respond. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So if you are in a relationship, if you're married, whatever. Right. And your girl hug another guy, how do you deal with it?
She should know not to do that.
How do you deal with it?
I say she's going to learn her lesson. I say, hey, don't do it again. And that's not something you do. That's not something you're supposed to do. She learns and then she does it again. Okay, and then you try to figure it out again. And if that's it, then you got to go.
Okay, so if you're married to a woman and she hugs another guy, you getting a divorce?
Before I even marry somebody, she should know what to do already.
No. Okay. So she switched up. Now she's feeling comfortable. She's feeling sassy. And
she's got to go. Yes.
So okay. So you're getting a divorce. Cool. What if she shakes another guy's hand in front of you? What if she lets a guy open the door for her and then she walks in through that door?
There's no need for her to do that. I'm already there.
But what if she does it? What if she does it?
So what you're saying is hypotheticals, that things that should already be talked about in a relationship before it even happens in the first
doesn't
place.
Mean that the behavior is not going to be different than whatever the thing that you talked about, right? People do different things when they're faced with different scenarios versus just having a conversation.
Okay, so what's the question?
So now she executes this behavior. She shakes a man's hand. What do you do?
Nothing wrong with shaking a person's hand. You can shake a person's hand.
I thought you just said that you're not supposed to touch another man's girl when you're in their presence.
Hug, touch.
Oh, so it's only hug and it's only shoulder rubs, for example, right?
So here's the thing: is that the way you read that probably is different than.
No, I'm talking to you. You said it in the very beginning when you first came on. You said you should never touch and you would never touch another woman. You didn't say specifically hug. You didn't say none of that. And then when I started deep diving a little bit differently, you switched up your answer because you realized that you have to shake hands when you go to a business event, right? So now you're adding the context and you saying, oh, hug, just hug. You said you should not touch another woman, especially if you're in the presence of another man. So now you're switching it up again.
No, I'm not.
You are.
I'm not.
So it's okay to touch as long as it's not a hug or it's not a shoulder rub, right?
Here's the thing. Here's what you do. And I understand it's a show, and I understand you got to do what you got to do.
No, stop mentioning that it's a show. This is a conversation.
Yeah, it is a show.
It is a show, but it's a real conversation at the same time.
Right. That's right. So if we're gonna keep it real, let's keep it real. So that's all I'm asking.
All right, keep it real with me. Let me know.
Right. So all I'm saying is this: is that we all understand here that it's important to be respectful to other people's in a relationship. Okay, I understand you got to do whatever for the crowd. You could have just ignored my stuff, right? You could have just ignored it. Whatever. We're here now. Let's move on with it, right? The thing is this. The thing is that you're just not really supposed to do that. That's just something.
Who said that? Where did this come from?
It's just unwritten rules. You're just supposed to know.
Amongst who? So the guys. So you got a tribe of guys that you rock with. You got a network of guys that you rock with, right?
It's just something you don't do. It's just
stupid. No. I'm asking because this is this unwritten rule. Is the tribe of guys that you rock with, and I'm assuming because you didn't answer the question, the tribe of guys and the network that you rock with understand the same thing. Is that what you're telling me?
If you grow up in any city and you do that, you're automatically shot.
By who?
Period. Just period. If you do that to anybody, his wife or something like that, that's like automatic. That's like those are the kind of things that happen in the city.
Listen, so if I open my arms and your chick come running into him, you'd shoot me?
No, of course not. I just cancel her. Say, okay, this is over.
Would you be mad at me or you would just be mad at her?
I just would say I brought somebody on my team, but the person wouldn't get that far.
No, I'm saying your chick, this your chick, right? This is your wife in this hypothetical situation. I open my arms, she come running into it. Oh, Anton, I love you. I watch your videos online.
Of course not. No, that would never happen.
It would happen.
No, absolutely not. That would never
okay,
happen.
In this hypothetical scenario, it happened. Would you be mad at me? Would you check me?
Of course not. No,
you wouldn't. Not. You wouldn't check me.
Why would I?
You would check her, right?
No, I don't need to check her. I say you canceled.
So you would cancel your wife right then and there?
Yeah, of course.
You would cancel your wife because she hugged the dude.
You should not be doing that. It doesn't matter who it is. You should not do that.
You don't think that's a little extreme?
It doesn't matter how extreme it is. It just doesn't.
You would be willing to give up half your stuff because she gave Anton from AntonDaniels.com a hug?
Number one, you're not supposed to even do that. You're not supposed to get married in that kind of way because that's bad. That's a bad way to do. Bad way to do it unless you're starting off with the person in the beginning.
Okay, so you started off with the person and y'all married. You'd be willing to give up your chick?
I wouldn't do that. No, I don't make decisions like that. No, just putting yourself in a weak position.
Okay, so you would get divorced. This is the mother of your children. You would get divorced from this woman because she gave Anton from AntonDaniels.com a hug?
The whole point of being married in the first place is for kids and to build that union. I understand, but at the same time, you still need to know how to act. You don't know how to act. You don't know how to act, and how can even somebody be with somebody if you don't know how to act?
Fam, I'm not only gonna give her a hug, I'm gonna give her a kiss on the cheek.
That goes to show you what kind of person you are.
But I wouldn't do it to everybody. I would do it to your chick.
You see, that's the kind of person you are. I don't joke like that. You joke like that. That says a lot about you. You see, that says. But you see what I'm saying? That says everything a person needs to know about you.
Okay, so now what I'm asking you, what I'm trying to get you to do is tell me exactly what it says about me. Tell me to my face. What does it say about me?
That says you don't know how to conduct yourself and you can't be trusted.
So I can't be trusted in what? In business, around women, what?
In general.
In a general sense, you don't trust me.
Yes, because you basically did something completely. Number one, you did something disrespectful. You said something else disrespectful. And what else does that say about you as a person?
What else did I say? What did I say disrespectful?
That basically says you'll do anything because you don't care.
We never know.
See, so that says everything a person needs to know.
But if your chick choose me, then what am I supposed to do?
You're supposed to be a man and don't want a person.
So I'm supposed to preserve your masculinity because she ran into my arms.
It has nothing to do with me. It has all to do with the person. I don't need to do that. Somebody's woman starts running towards me. You're canceled. Sorry. Hey, look, you need to go handle this. I'm out of here because I'm respectful. I'm not. That's weak behavior.
Of who?
I'm of another man.
I don't think that it's disrespectful to hug a woman.
Yeah, that's why it says a lot about you as a person.
Is it disrespectful to hug a single woman, or is it just a married woman or a woman in a relationship?
It doesn't really matter because you said everything you needed to say already as it is.
I'm asking you. I know who I am. I know
Right,
who
but
I
I don't
am.
joke like that. I don't joke like that.
This is not. I'm not asking you a joke. I'm asking
Right.
you a question. I'm saying,
Right.
is it disrespectful? Is it disrespectful to hug a single woman, or is it only a woman that has a man?
I mean, the conversation already ended when you said you was going to kiss my girl, so that's disrespectful. So
It's a
I'm,
joke. Bro, you
right,
already
right.
you
But
lighten
that's
up, bro. Nobody is gonna
no.
tongue kiss your chick in the mouth, bro.
See, and this is the kind of stuff. Like I said, I know it's like this. I get it. I get it's a show. Like I said, I understand
Bro,
it's a show, but at the same
why
time,
are you
it
so
says a lot
tense?
about
Are you the guy that couldn't take a joke in the barbershop? Are you the guy that gets serious on the court whenever they start to foul you too hard? Are you that guy, bro? Why are you so tense? Why you can't take a joke?
I just don't joke like that. That's it.
Why? What's the problem, bro?
Because it's weak. That's the point. It's weak behavior.
Joking is weak.
To joke about another person's woman is weak. Yes.
You wouldn't even say that you got a woman. What you talking about? Listen, I'm pretending, and we're talking about some mythical hypothetical situation that we joking about. You wouldn't even say you had a woman, so why would I even consider this to be a serious conversation in the first place? We're just all going based off of hypotheticals, but you getting serious and you think it's weak to joke about some mythical hypothetical woman that you got chained in the back of your garage simply because you don't want her to have any kind of conversations with another man.
Like I said, I get it. I get it.
What do you get?
But at the same time, it's entertainment. Yeah, I get it. It's entertainment. But at
okay,
the same
so
time,
no. Let's revisit. Let's back up just really quickly. So you said that she wouldn't be able to go. No, not you. Let me revise that. You didn't say she wouldn't be able to go. You said she shouldn't go nowhere, and that you only go to the business events, and she should stay home in all situations, right?
I did not say that. No.
Okay, so can you clarify?
I said there's no reason for her to go to a business event with me. There's no reason for
and
her
then
to.
I say, okay, so your chick only stays home and all of that, and you said yes.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, there's no reason.
So
for her
she don't. You said that she shouldn't have any friends or none of that, right?
I never said that.
Okay, should she have friends?
Of course, you're allowed to have a life. Who shouldn't have a life? The whole point is that
she just can't go with you to business events, is what you're saying.
Yes. There's no need for her to go. That's the point. You do what you need to do. You don't do what you have. You don't do.
You don't believe that. You don't believe that one of the reasons that to use marriage as a business, to use it as an opportunity, you don't understand that even presidents themselves bring their women. That even presidents,
Israelite.
some of presidents themselves bring their women to certain events simply because it's necessary, and it's a certain way in which you're supposed to operate in a certain cadence that certain men don't even get in certain rooms unless they're married. You don't understand that? You don't understand the importance of being married from a networking perspective and to bring your wife with you?
I understand the game. I just don't participate in that game. That's it. I just don't play that part of the game.
But I'm trying to ask why. You see, I'm trying to get the context, right? Because you may give us some insight and information that I may not have, or somebody in the audience may not have. You may give us some game and say, you know what? I don't do it because A, B, and C. You're just saying I don't do it just because I don't do it.
You don't do it because it doesn't make any sense unless you're going for the.
But I just explained to you why it made sense.
That's your reason. In a different business model, like I said earlier, in a different business model, maybe that works.
That's all business models. If you go to a company event, right? You go to a company event, and let's just say it's a meet and greet, town hall type of situation, and everybody is bringing their wives. You going single? You going solo dolo?
I just went to a business event the other weekend. I was gone for like 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm going solo. There's no reason for anybody to be there but me handling business. Well, I don't understand.
Wow.
I don't understand.
Wow. I mean, it's impressive. Listen, I'm not saying that you're wrong. I just think it's a little weird. I think it's short-sighted. Let's put it like that. I think it misses the mark on one of the reasons why you get married in the first place, especially is looking at it from a business perspective.
If you look at marriage that way, yes. I don't look at.
How do you look at marriage?
I look at marriage as a person. Okay, we're gonna be together. We're gonna do this. It is don't get me wrong. It is a business decision, but at the same time, you do it to have children and start a family.
So the only reason for you to get married is to have children and start a family.
Yes. If you're not doing that, then you're basically wasting that woman's time and you're wasting your own time.
So what happens after you have the children and they grow up? What's the point of being married? If the only reason to get married is to have children, what happens once those children are grown?
That's for the people to decide. Everybody's grown. Like, everybody's an adult. You can choose to be together if you love the person, right? If that matters to you, then do it. If you don't matter, then don't do it. But the whole thing is that the main reason you get with somebody in the first place and you partner up is to have children. That's like the main point.
No, it's not. Not if you truly looking at. That's not the only point. That is one of the reasons why.
That's the main
one
point.
of the reasons why. That's not the only reason why. If you're not leveraging that woman in order to be able to use every single talent that she has, including her ability to network effectively and her femininity in order to make sure that you get every single thing out of that relationship, then you're short-sighted, in my opinion.
That's fine. I mean, like I said, opinions are okay. I understand everybody's got one. So my opinion is that some things I just don't agree with that people do. It doesn't mean that people are not going to do it. I don't think people should do drugs. I don't think people should smoke weed. I don't think people should listen to certain music, but people are going to do whatever they're going to do. It's just they have to live with the results of their life.
No, but see, at the same time, men like us need to set the standard, and we need to have a certain decorum of how things should go in society. Because if we're not the ones that's setting the standard and we just say anybody can do whatever the fuck they want to do, this is what you start to have. You start having a bunch of feminine men that is controlling the narrative, and they become more and more powerful. And then you start to have a bunch of beta men running society, because the determination of whether or not you're beta or not is not based off of whether or not you're successful when it comes to getting money.
The money part is the extra. Yeah, I understand. Like there's a basic biological part, then there's the money part. The money part, I understand. Like I said, I already know business. I know all this stuff already. So
we're not talking about. Listen, I'm not questioning your business acumen. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you're not getting money. That's not what we're talking about.
And let me be clear. I did not.
Don't you roll your eyes at me again. Don't you roll your eyes at me again. I seen you roll your eyes. I seen you roll your eyes. You want me to play it back? I seen it.
Oh, this guy.
Don't you roll your eyes at me again. Don't you do it. Don't you do it.
All I'm saying is this.
Wait a minute. Can we agree that you're not going to roll your eyes at me and you just going to look at me regular?
I do that all the time, but it's not to you.
You do what all the time? Why you rolling your eyes?
Because I have to listen to things.
So you roll your eyes?
Try not to, but you know what I mean.
Oh my Jesus. You don't think that that's a bad thing to do?
It could be. It could be. But like I said, I'm
and you did it slow too.
Did I?
You said
this guy. Terrible.
That's what you did.
This guy's terrible.
Don't you roll your eyes at me again. Don't you?
This guy's terrible, man.
Why am I terrible? You rolled your eyes at me, but I'm terrible.
You know
that is disrespectful amongst men. You don't roll your eyes at another man when they having a conversation face to face with you.
This is virtual, first of all. But I understand what you're saying, man. Yes.
So it matters if it's virtual. You could just snap 2 times and roll your eyes at me, and that's the end of the conversation.
All right, Mr. Robe.
No, I'm asking. So what? This is the whole theme of the Robe is that it's a morning show. It's a theme.
This guy.
You got on your pajamas.
Like I said, man, look.
Wait. So you ain't got on pajamas right now?
Of course not.
You do have. I'm looking at you. You got on pajamas. You got on a fucking onesie.
This is a shirt, first of all.
No, that is a pajama shirt.
This is a shirt.
So you wear that outside?
Of course not. I wear my professional suit. But
so you wear a suit every time you go. You ain't never wear that shirt outside.
I made a TikTok earlier, but let's talk about that later.
You did a TikTok? Did you do a dance?
Nah, it was talking about
that is a fucking pajama shirt. You're not gonna sit here and tell me that it's not.
This guy. All right, man. So
hold on, I got one more question for you.
What's up, man?
First of all, let me say I appreciate you for coming up here and having a conversation, and also being a good sport, not taking things too, you know what I'm saying, too deep. You right. We do have fun. It is the Millionaire Morning Show. Thank you, my friend, for coming up here. So I do want to first extend my appreciation to you for doing that, right? But secondly, I just got one more question for you. So in your ideal hypothetical world, because I am assuming that for the sake of the scenario, we talking about you being in a relationship. What does her day look like when it's not based around you? When you go out of town and you go to a business event for 2 weeks and so on and so forth, what do you expect for her day to be like?
Go visit her family.
Huh?
Go visit your parents. Go visit your parents. Go visit her parents. Go spend time with your siblings.
No, her day.
Go do what you need to do. I don't know.
Should she
go do
work?
what you need to do with your parents.
You believe in?
No. I do not believe women should be working that hard. No, I do not.
You don't believe women
Especially-
should have a job? So you forbid your woman from having a job?
No, I'm not saying that.
Okay.
Not saying that. But what I am saying is that when a person has your kids, they need to be there for them kids to make sure they're growing up right, especially what's happening in the school systems. So they need to be there to instill that those children with the right values, and you're gonna need to be home for that. So you're gonna need to have a work-home job, a work-at-home job, or you're gonna need to work on a family business. So you're gonna have to do one or the other. So,
I don't necessarily have a problem with that at all. I don't disagree with that. See, we do agree on things.
No, like I said, I like your show. I just don't agree with the hug. That's it.
You just don't agree with me hugging on women.
No, and those jokes, no. But
what jokes? You don't agree with my jokes?
Just hugging jokes. I don't.
You don't agree with hugging jokes.
I never joke about another man's woman ever. I never do it.
I didn't say I was gonna pile drive her and make her take the whole load. I said I was gonna give her a hug, bro.
Right. So stuff like that. Like I said, I never do that ever.
Stuff like what?
Like what you just did.
No, I'm saying that I wouldn't pile drive her. Thank you, honey. Right. Can you bring it to me? I wouldn't pile drive her. I'm saying that I wouldn't do that. Thank you for my salad. I appreciate you. Does your chick do that?
Yeah, of course.
Tell her to come here. I thought you just said you ain't have a chick. You ain't even want to admit whether you had a chick or not.
So I'm about to log off because you're getting a little disrespectful. Because I don't do that, all right?
Because you don't do what? You logging off for real? You just gonna wait. So you just gonna log off?
Yes.
You gonna log off without saying bye? I appreciate you, Anton. Thank you for having me. You ain't gonna say none of that. You just gonna log off. That's just it.
Now, why would I do that when you just tried to challenge me like that?
How did I try to challenge you? When did I challenge you?
Gonna bring me some food.
Huh?
Tell Rita to bring me something.
What do you mean?
Tell her to bring me some food.
Why would I do that?
Oh, the same reason that I'm about to log off.
No, because I wanted to see whether or not you was going to do what I said you was going to do in order to find out whether or not you was really operating in your masculine energy. Listen, no man should be able to tell you what to tell your chick, so I needed to understand whether or not you was moving that way.
Right. But what does it mean, though? What does that say about you?
What does it say? Because I'm a G. It shows that I'm I'm teaching you.
It says
it shows that I'm teaching you how to move.
You're not teaching me anything.
So you only watch the show for entertainment purposes?
Yes. Literally, yes. I like to know what's happening out there. I like to know what people are looking at.
Well, at least admit that it's a good show.
It was.
Oh, so you gone for good now? You gone forever?
Damn right.
I don't believe you. I believe that you're going to be here every day, and you may not type in the chat, but I definitely know that you're gonna be. Listen, it's no way that. Listen,
but what I am gonna say is that, like I said, I appreciate you for what you were doing. I don't joke like that, so I don't joke. I'm not gonna say appreciate.
I made you smile, man. You should lighten up, bro.
No, I'm not weak or whatever that is. Whatever that is, I don't.
You want a blue cheese crumble?
You joke too much, man. Anyway, that's it. So
you don't want a blue cheese crumble?
you have a good day, all right?
All right, big dog. Listen. You gotta give them some credit, though. At the very least, you gotta give them some credit. Now I'm gonna tell you why you give them some credit, right? I'm gonna tell you why you give him some credit. This is phenomenal. I'm gonna tell you why you got to give him some credit. A, because he actually cammed up. I'm going to celebrate and give guys credit that stand on their square and cam up. Now, I think that he was backtracking a lot. I think that he didn't really know what he was going to say. I didn't like the fact that he rolled his eyes at me. But I'm also going to give credit where credit is due. Listen, the dude cammed up. He didn't take himself too seriously. He had good conversation. I believe that he's going to be rocking with the Millionaire Morning Show for an extended period of time. Don't y'all believe that? Not even a little bit. And I do believe that he wouldn't trip if I hugged this chick because, listen, ladies love Anton. Ladies love Cool A. But he need to loosen up a little bit. You're going to have to take that pajama shirt off, loosen up a little bit, and have a little bit of fun. And fellas, listen. Although I give them respect for camming up, I will also say that I don't believe that men should hold their chicks hostage. I don't. I believe that you can give a level of, you can give them insight and then you can direct them on how they're supposed to move in public. But Jesus fucking Christ, if y'all got y'all chicks chained up in the back of the basement because you're afraid of her being in the presence of another man, we gonna have to have a different types of conversation. But yeah, you can't take yourself too seriously, yo. We love you, bro. I guess we gonna go ahead and wrap it up. They said, Anton, you play too much. I just like having a good time. I love people, man. Listen, I'm about to eat my salad with my chicken in it, and it looks so good. And I'm about to have a good time. Now I got to go and get a rag. Listen, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for tuning into the Millionaire Morning Show. Maybe we will continue this video tomorrow, but it is accountability week. So listen, fellas, if you got something to say in the chat, don't be surprised if I call you to the front of the congregation, and be willing to cam up. Be willing to cam up. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are 100%. Oh, let me get to some of the super chats before we get up out of here. Toy Man says if he's Muslim, then it would make sense. Let's see. This man is soft as hell, said John Henry. Jordan Smith says, Anton, you know I rock with you, but I would never hug Rita, even if I could, out of respect for you. Single moms create betas. Well, that's on you. If you don't want to hug her, that's up to you, but I ain't tripping about that. I don't care nothing about no freaking hug, bro. I think y'all take this junk so serious. Jeray Barber says, Marquise Houston out here wilding. He did kind of look like Marquise Houston. Real says, bro, making sure nobody going me to him. Now, see, that's a different conversation. He didn't say because I'm afraid of or I'm trying to prevent myself from being me too. He just said I'm doing it because, it says a lot about who you are. But shout out to him. Mr. Lone Star says, is he Sammy Davis Jr.'s son because he's tap dancing his arse off? Yes. He backtracked more than ever, but you still got to give him credit because he actually cammed up. So I got to give him credit. Demetrius Shaw says, Anton, stop stealing our women. Ain't nobody thinking about y'all women. I love y'all women. I'm trying to get y'all to understand how much more empowered y'all can be as a result of rocking with them instead of trying to hold them up, lock and key. Unleash these women. Stop trying to hold them down. Unleash these women. Sounds like he cheated on his partner or partner cheated on him to behave this way, but I could be wrong. We in the same boat. We see things eye to eye. We see things the same way, my friend. You are not far off as far as my assessment of it too. Randy says, this is a beta in wolf's clothing. You said it, not me. Real says, the right woman can unlock doors not available to you. Think Jay-Z and Beyonce. No, y'all want to put y'all chicks under lock and key. Man, let that chick loose and let her do what she got to do. Socratic method, F with you, with the laughing emoji. Jay Presidente, Media Man says, sassy, gonna roll his ass at me. And then gonna justify saying, man, I do that all the time. Brock says, emotional damage. You think so? Dude with Lock says, Anton, son of dude, just by controlling the conversation directly, and dude comes off as weak. I don't know if I controlled the conversation. I was just having a conversation. I was just being naturally me. Emmanuel Williams, my dog, says, if you get into the bag, you don't have time to try to control a woman. I don't have time for this nonsense. If a guy is not in a relationship or married, he is making it up as he goes. We don't know what this guy is in because he was just living La Vida Loca and making it up as he was doing it. Trail 5 says, when I was at the DC meetup, I gave Rita a hug and dapped up Anton. It was all vibes. Homie was too extreme. Please tell it. Anton ain't tripping. Listen, I ain't even paying attention to where my chick is at. I created the environment for us to be able to thrive in. Why am I tripping whatsoever about what the piss is she doing? My chick is in the kitchen, whipping up my salad, making sure that I'm good with the chicken on top of it and all of my good fixings and my blue cheese crumbles. Ain't nobody trying to figure out where she at, girl. You know how I already gave you the game and I trained you up as what you're supposed to be. Now execute in real life. Ain't nobody trying to hold you down. Emmanuel Williams, yeah. Rob from the future says, this is probably exactly how Russell Wilson moves. Y'all don't want to talk about it. I do want to talk about it. We gonna talk about this on Q&A tonight. We gonna talk about it. Let's see. B says in the chat, like, come on, Anton, finish him. No, because he was such a nice guy. Why would I do that? I just want to have a good conversation. B, you are a savage. I love you, B. I ain't seen you in a while either, B. I want you to cam up. Evans Ulysses says AD Clubhouse dudes are all talk, stay on their neck. Real talk. Rob from the future says, don't leave your girl around me. True player for real. That's my for real. Hey. If you Dade says, if you have a woman on your arm, that alone is a sign of high status. That projects value and strength. It does. Stop being afraid to take your chicks out. Take her to your business events. Rita fly with me every single place that I go. We'll get to it in a minute. Don't worry about it. KO says he ain't from the hood. Yeah, he gonna talk about a dude get. Stop it. Nobody's shooting anything. Listen, this is my conclusion to this. And I'm gonna probably finish the video at another date or whatever, so on and so forth. But this is my conclusion to this, right? My conclusion is y'all need to figure out how to unleash y'all women instead of trying to control her. Stop trying to control her and start giving her an objective. Start unleashing her. Start trying to figure out what her talents are. Start trying to figure out how it is that you can utilize her more effectively because she wants to be used. She wants to work for you. She wants to do more things. She don't want to operate in this traditional. I'm going to tell you, listen, I know we talk about pick-me's and women and all of this other type of stuff, but I'm going to be absolutely positively honest with y'all. This is why your chick is cheating on you with the milkman. I'm not talking about my man that came up. I'm saying in a general sense. This is why your chick is cheating with the milkman. This is why she lonely. This is why she looking for friends. She's so tired of going over her mother's house. Bro, enable your chick to actually go out and have a life. Let that chick go. Let her fly. Teach her, groom her, make her the woman that she's supposed to be, and then let her fly. Let this chick have a life so that she can then bring back all of the money, all of the resources, all of the networking, and then the best version of her is the best version of y'all. Why are you trying to constrict your chick? Why are you trying to prevent your chick from getting out here and really being able to network effectively and then bring back all of the bags? Why am I trying to limit my bags? That makes no sense. Why are y'all trying to stop y'all chicks from being out here and moving and being effective in life? She's a woman. She has superpowers. Her superpowers is her femininity. Her femininity usually disarms people in other situations, which then allows for them to be able to come into your presence and then you can do what it is that you do. Why are you trying to hold your chick down? Groom her. Groom her. Listen, if you're afraid of her going out here and if you have some kind of insecurity, you need to address that junk because preventing her is not only hurting you, it's also putting her in a position where she don't want to be with you. And now she may not communicate that to you because she's trying to be nice, but that woman wants to be out here and she wants to be used. Use her. They are tools. They are literally Swiss Army knives. Use them effectively. When I go out to these meetups and Rita is out and she having fun and she hugging people and so on and so forth, when we go to these network events and Rita is out here having fun and she doing what she doing, it's literally having two me's. It's having two me's moving around and doing what we do. We being way more effective because she's solving for things that I have no eyes and ears on. A lot of times she'll call me, text Anton, make sure you get over here. Anton, I need you to come here and talk to this person. Anton, come over here and take care of this business. She's my eyes and ears. Why would I try to restrict her when I can enable her? Y'all don't know the game. Y'all don't know the game. Y'all have no clue whatsoever. Y'all out here trying to keep these chicks under lock and key instead of unleashing these chicks so that she can go off and do what she need to do in order to make sure that you become more successful. Y'all so scared another man is going to take your chick. Beta than a mug. Scared, beta, simpish. Yo, get yourself together. Shave your head. Get some better clothes on. Make sure you get that teach pack. Make sure every time you come out that you got your head shaved, your beard is done correctly, that you're fresh as hell every single day. that your shoes is clean and you're not looking like a dusty, that your nails is done. Clip your nails. Clip your nail. Listen, look at my nails. My nails are beautiful. Clip your nails. Clip your nails. Have clean hands. Brush your teeth so that she be looking at you like a puppy when you get home from after you sent her out to do what she's supposed to do. Man, what are y'all doing? Y'all trying to keep y'all hoes under lock and key. Bro, get your chick out there and let her work. But let her work doing what she does as a woman. She shouldn't be out here. That's a whole nother conversation. I'm not doing this with y'all. I'm not doing this. Y'all so scared. Y'all so scared. Y'all so scared, bro. You out of town for 2 weeks. You think that she just kicking it with her mama? Don't worry about it. I don't want to talk about it. Anyways, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. This is the greatest morning show, the greatest show on earth. Get out there, take care of business. No fumble in the bag. I know it's Wednesday. Some of y'all getting paid early. Thursday, fumble in the bag on Thursday. No, we don't do it. Make sure you join the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. We doing some awesome things. Soon, I'm announcing the next location of the Patreon meetup, and it's going to be absolutely awesome. And then in addition to that, if you need to kick it with me personally to make sure that you're going up and you leveling up to the space that you're supposed to be at, make sure you tap in. Q&A tonight, Lapeef Let's Talk, Lapeef Network. Go over there, get your tickets. I'm going to be in Atlanta the 5th and the 6th. 2-day event. It's going to be popping. I love you. I appreciate y'all, but I need y'all to do me one more favor before we get up out of here. Make sure you share this with your family and friends. Subscribe. Hit the like for the YouTube algorithm. Turn on your notifications so you know that I go live. I love you. I appreciate you every single day, Monday through Friday. We getting it in. I love y'all. I'm going to talk to y'all later. Peace.